What is up, everybody? It is me above the zero, and today with me is...
Dre High, man.
And, today is going to be a roundup of 2015, actually.
Yeah.
And to
Happy
start
New
off
Year.
things...
Well, to start off things, I'm going to be handing it off to John to do our one-take J-Campus segment of today's episode, where he's going to give you a brief overview of everything.
What's up, everybody? It is me above the zero, and today with me is...
Dre High, man.
And, this is the 2015 roundup of all of Esports. So, in the beginning, we're going to talk about Worlds, then BlizzCon, and then Kevin's actually going to take over with CSGO.
Yeah, we're going to have a special guest today for you.
And then John's going to move back to Smash, and he's going to tell you about the best performers there. But let's start off things with Worlds.
So, this year was another great year for League of Legends. But, all sarcasm aside, Worlds this year was definitely lackluster, so to say the least. SKT, big surprise, wound up being the winners of the whole thing. They swept almost the entire tournament.
Which you could have seen if you were watching the LCK. I mean, they won 18 best of threes in a row in the best region. So
everybody saw it coming. But not to say that there weren't some highlights of the tournament. Even though we shared our opinion of that event, as it seemed kind of poorly run and definitely lackluster, there were some highlights. For example, the performance of Origin was absolutely amazing. I know I love Origin. I like the European teams. I really like Fnatic too, but Origin they blew me away, and then they came back in IEM San Jose and wound up taking first place in that tournament too. And I'm sure John's thrilled by how his NA teams performed, like CLG and... Oh.
Nah.
Well, rest in pepperonis, CLG.
Pepperonis.
Well, so the second part is talking about StarCraft 2. Now, the StarCraft 2 scene has kind of been falling off for a little bit, and they've been losing viewerships. But there's still a lot of prize money in it, and there's still a lot of people that play it competitively, and I enjoy watching it. So, the major highlight is actually Life and SOS. They're two Koreans, and if you know anything about esports, anything that Korea touches, well, they
Turns to
dominate.
gold.
So, Life and SOS won the first and second BlizzCon for Heart of the Swarm. And that's kind of like the World Championships for League of Legends. And at the third one, they both make it to the finals, which is awesome. Which means whoever wins that series is the champion of Heroes of the Swarm. So, coming into that, thinking about that, the matchup's really hyped. And SOS and Life, they were going back and forth. They were taking games off of each other. It was absolutely amazing. And SOS, he just swept the floor. And, well, not swept the floor, but he won. And he is considered the champion of Heart of the Swarm. Now, coming into 2016, there is a new expansion, Legacy of the Void. And there's a Terran Korean called Beyond, and he is...
You sure he's not a human?
Well, some people are making the meme that he's a machine, but so Beyond actually won like every single online tournament that he entered, and he is absolutely destroying in the SSL and the GSL, which are the two best like regions. Well, they're both in Korea, and they're both different tournaments, but he is absolutely destroying right now, and I don't think he can be stopped.
So coming up to our third topic of today's episode, well, I'm going to talk about the year in Smash Bros. In review. Now, this was the first full year of competition for Smash Bros. For the Wii U, 3DS too, but we'll only talk about the Wii U. This year was not very fair for anybody whose name isn't Zero.
Even though I'm above him, so.
Anyway, Zero basically, well, not basically, he literally dominated every single tournament that he participated in. He's just on top of every power ranking list that you'll ever look at for this year. Guy's unstoppable. But Smash 4 aside, Melee, actually the most popular Smash Bros. Game still, even after all these years, had a much closer race to see who's on top this year. I mean, every single match between the five gods of Smash is always interesting to watch, and one of them, and it's never the same one that comes out on top twice. You know, it's always these five guys are always competing super close together. This year, Armada had a real career year though, and I think he's on top of all the power rankings lists that I've looked at. I mean, the guy has really taken. He's improved, you know, over the last few years, because he wasn't. When I think of the five gods of Smash, I always think Hungry Bucks, Mango, Mewtwo King, and then, oh yeah, Armada's in there, and it just like squeaky chair. This year he really blew up, and he really showed him who's in charge now.
Coming into the next section of the show, we're actually going to talk about CSGO, but because me and John don't know a lot about it, we're actually going to talk to Kevin, or Meatshield, better known as a member of DG, so go ahead.
Hi.
Hey, Kev.
So, what was the best tournament of 2015? Like, what happened
tournament.
in CSGO?
Well, there were 3 tournaments that every year that are called majors, and they're the big $250,000 prize pool tournaments that are sponsored by Valve. We had 3 of them this year. ESL 1 Katowice 2015, ESL 1 Cologne, and then DreamHack Cluj-Napoca, I think it is. If I butchered the pronunciation of that, sorry. It's in Dubai somewhere, I think.
So, out of those, what was the best result that came out of it?
Well, Fnatic won both Katowice and Cologne back-to-back, which has never happened before, a team winning 2 back-to-back majors. And then Envious won the Cluj-Napoca in convincing fashion.
And so, what out of all the years out of 2015? So, what do you think was your favorite part, or who do you think is the best team? Yeah, those are 2 separate questions. Answer them.
My favorite part?
Yeah.
My favorite part was when Cloud9 got their 3 consecutive finals runs on LAN in international tournaments. The first one was at ESCL ESEA Pro League for the Season 1 finals.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was, I don't actually remember the name of the event. I think it was ESWC. And then the third one was the Face It finals. And that was really exciting to watch because they just added Skadoodle and Freakazoid, which was really exciting.
Yeah, Skadoodle and Freakazoid. I like those names. So, so you talked about the most important events, and you said your favorite part. So, which team in CSGO do you think is the strongest right now? Who do you think is the best?
As far as I know, it's a toss-up between one of 4 teams. Virtus Pro, Team Envious, XTSM, which is now like Team Question Mark, and Fnatic.
Okay. And
That's how it was at the end of 2015, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you for that synapse of 2016. So now we're gonna move on to our outro part, where we're all gonna talk about what we're looking forward the most in 2016.
So, just like John just said, we're gonna talk about what we're looking forward to in 2016. So, go ahead, John.
Alright, so I know this may be a stereotypical answer, and everybody's expecting the League of Legends fanboy to talk about how he's really looking forward to League of Legends, but I'm really looking forward to League of Legends. I'm really excited to see what happens in the NALCS this year, since there have been so many roster changes and team acquisitions. Nobody's under the same ownership anymore, except for Reggie owns TSM and Hotshot GG owns CLG. Everything's changed about the NALCS, so I'm really interested to see what TSM can do with their star-studded lineup, because usually they always look pretty good going into a split, and it wind up completely disappointing everybody.
So what I'm looking forward to is actually a team called Renegades. They're owned by Monte Cristo. A lot of the players are coming back, like Crumbs. There's a guy named RF Legendary who I watched a very long time ago. He was like a challenger top laner, streamed every day. Ramelia is actually the first LCS chick.
Woman, you can
chick,
say
woman, same thing. So there's just like a whole bunch of people that are in there that I've been following for a while, and I'm super interested to see how well they do. And hopefully they make it to Worlds, but I don't think they do well in Worlds. The other thing is StarCraft 2. There's actually more money than ever being pumped in because Africa bought GSL, and they're putting in $500,000 dollars per season into GSL. There's also still SSL and the WCS. So there's a lot of prize pool money. And I think that'll actually generate more interest in the game and make a lot of people want to start playing it again and start getting good at it.
Cool.
So I'd like to see more people get into StarCraft because I think RTSs are really fucking fun.
Cool. So, Kevin, what do you think you're looking for the most in the 2016 esports year?
I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I would say I'm pretty interested to see how the new NIP lineup performs. NIP is a roster that has historically had very high expectations, but then in the past year they've massively underperformed.
Sounds like TSM.
Yeah, they kept their same core 4 members of Forest, Get Right, Freiburg, and Exist, but then they added Pith, and they have a new coach called, his name is Threat, and their coach is actually allowed to be in the game with them at LANs and online games, so he's actually going to be their in-game leader, which is going to be really interesting to see, because traditionally Exist has been the in-game leader.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. And the other thing I'm excited to see is how Cloud9 does this year, because I'm a huge Cloud9 fanboy.
Would you say Cloud9 is the best team for anybody in the world of Valo?
Do I have to?
Well,
I mean, like, I love Cloud9, but I don't care who you follow.
alright, so it sounds like you want me to follow Cloud9. Got it.
You should follow Cloud9.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. Well, Kevin, thanks for hopping on, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah. Wait,
Alright.
Kevin,
No, I'm not dancing.
do you want to hit me with that dance right quick?
I'm not dancing
Come
for
on,
you.
hit me with that dance right
Come on, hit over the dance.
Just-
Come on.
This finger hanging up Skype.
Oh,
I'm not.
alright.
I'm not dancing for you.
Alright. Well, thanks everybody for coming in, and thanks Kevin for joining us. See everybody next week. Hasta la bye-bye.
Do a quick dance with us really quick. 5 seconds. No,
Come on,
quick
just
dance.
dance.
Just quick dance
Do-
with us. Come on.
Come on.
Just
Come
do
on,
a quick
we're
dance with
dancing,
us. Come
we're
on.
dancing.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
All right.
Delicious.
Hopefully